This great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. For the right to return here in 2 weeks for Super Bowl 56, we are underway in L.A. For the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And some room to work. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 34. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Right. Right here. Watch the kill.
Tannehill on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. That is caught by Cohen. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Tannehill flushed out right. And Graham's got it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Now on first and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Jackson on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Alex Anzalone. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he slings one that's incomplete. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
A 6-yard line.
That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Carlson on for the field goal.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran out to the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They go play action now. Jackson, flush to his right. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Tannehill being chased out left. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. This is Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill, escaping the pressure right. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On second and 12, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Jackson now on second and 10. That's complete to John Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Buccaneer first down.
Again, Jackson. Flushed out right and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. To throw again, Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
30-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill, flush to his right. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Now Cohen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Cohen.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And 7 at the 11-yard line.
Now it's Tannehill. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Vita Vea able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted. Sets up a 1st down and...
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Carlson able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. Maybe
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson. Going up top. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's got Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. There's Evans again, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Trying to improvise. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the sign judge. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And snags it for the pick. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Jackson from the shotgun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He'll try and run it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On play action, Tannehill. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. action. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tannehill on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
That's another Bears.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 11 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And now here is another interception. And the ball is knocked out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off down at the 10. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Lady! Move! Where you at? Hey, we got 4 down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
The 42-yard line.
Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, The defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Tannehill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Lining up for the point after.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. That's out to the left and complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
2nd down.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, this into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And he completes it to Cohen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's good.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Tannehill going to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. Tannehill throwing again, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ryan Tannehill, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Here we go.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. The Bears will be shuffling on to the Super Bowl. They are the NFC champs. As we say goodnight, everybody. And that'll close the books on the conference championship for Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our